You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast are you going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. As usual, I'm your host, ICEMAN. We're here in the clubhouse. I know I got a little slight hum or something in here. We're working on getting it fixed, so just bear with us, and hopefully in future episodes we won't have that. So, work in progress for us. Today in the clubhouse, we're going to have a guest. I'm going to introduce him as the Cookie Monster. Y'all won't be clapping after we talk to him. Welcome to the clubhouse.
Thank you, brother. Well, I guess in a few minutes, you got a little booing button over there too.
I got a button for you fucking
all
ass.
right.
right here.
All right.
I did that just for you.
Yes. Now, guys and girls, this is one of the men that trained me when I was brand new, when I was a rookie.
Yeah, I'm like his fucking daddy now.
And yeah, back in 2000, this is the guy that I rode with, him and one other man from the east side of the parish, and he was on the west side of the parish, and I stuck with these two guys. They trained me, and they showed me what was what.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You ready?
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie?
Christine.
At least it wasn't from Pornhub.
Oh, well, I mean, can it be?
Explicit podcast, whatever the fuck you want. What's your favorite restaurant?
It used to be Brunei's until it shut down.
What about now?
Probably Slits and Giggles, downtown Baton Rouge.
He likes to eat shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
I said shit.
The one downtown Florida on 3rd Street, not the one off Perkins. It's good, but the one
I've been
downtown
there. All right, when you were in law enforcement, were you a 10 mile an hour over guy or a 15 mile an hour?
I was about 11, 12 mile an hour over guy. Unless it was in school zone, residential neighborhood, or construction zone. And actually, I was thinking about these questions last night. So, you did
This
on.
motherfucker getting all technical.
What you say?
Man. God damn. What is your favorite TV show?
Now? Huh. Oh, my God. I don't know. I turn it off every night.
Yeah, I didn't figure he was much of a TV watcher. And for the last question on this little part of it, what's your favorite Cookie Monster?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
With chocolate chips.
Peanut butter is
with
delicious.
Dark chocolate chips.
Dark chocolate chips.
Mm-hmm.
So you were in law enforcement from 2000 to 2009.
That's right.
So I know you're not in there anymore.
Right.
Me and the Cookie Monster did have a couple of calls that are more rememberable than others. Excuse me, fumbling the words. Like I said before, I'm not articulate. We're getting to one. I went on a call with him. There's this local crazy lady that everybody was always going to her house. And she was crazy. I mean, this bitch was loon.
She was a train wreck.
I have plenty of calls, even when Cookie Monster wasn't there with us, that this woman actually hated my fucking guts when she actually called on a daily basis. And if I happened to be on shift, she would say my name. It's like, if the Iceman's working, send anybody to my house but him. But of course, she lived in my fucking zone, so guess who got called over there? But anyway, I go to the Cookie Monster's house. We used to hang out and shit. And in the middle of his coffee table, he had this fucking rock with like felt or velvet or something. I think it was fucking red, blue. I can't remember. But he had it like displayed in the middle of his fucking coffee table, like it was some like that fucking diamond they were looking for in the Titanic or some shit.
I didn't know what the hell she gave me. I knew she was a cuckoo clock.
I look at him. I'm like, my Cookie Monster, what the fuck you got that rock in your middle of your coffee table for? He's like, well, I went on this call and this woman, he didn't know she was crazy at the time. This woman.
No, it was my first trip to her house. It was. I'd heard about her, but I didn't know who she was.
She's like, she gave me this. She said a meteor crashed in her backyard, and this was part of a meteor stone. He had this shit displayed. It was a chunk of fucking limestone on his coffee table. He thought.
Well, in my defense, I didn't know this woman was a train wreck. She called 20 times a night. There's a rooster crowing on the roof. Bitch, why are you calling cops out to your house over roosters and firecrackers going off and all kind? I didn't know. And when she gave me this rock, I had no idea what it was, who she was at the time, what time. And sometimes in life you're thinking, did this cuckoo clock really just give me something worth something, or is it just, do I need to toss this in the next ditch on the next road not to hurt her feelings? And I've got another story about this lady in a few minutes.
But
I kept it
and displayed it, and like meteor rock would be like, I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty expensive, correct?
Well, she had a real interesting story behind the rock, see? So that's why I chose to keep it.
But why would somebody living in a single wide trailer give you a very expensive rock?
Something worth anything? Right. I didn't know she was a cuckoo clock until I went out there like 15 more times on just bogus calls.
Until I told you had a piece of fucking limestone sitting on the coffee table.
Yeah, I should have done threw it away, but I didn't think about it. At the time, I was working, I was taking hours left and right. I was working details out to Yahoo.
She had a big pile of this shit in her backyard.
Yeah, I didn't know this lady was a cuckoo clock, but I walked in the radio room one night, and all the dispatchers knew her name, and they called her by a nickname. And after I started listening to them, I'm like, I went to this woman's house. This woman's a cuckoo clock. And she had told me she had multiple badges and commissions at one time, and back years ago you were allowed to do that. And she did. She was telling me the truth there. But I guess the older she got, the more she fell off a rocker. I don't know. She was something.
She used to call it
over anything.
Training
over
facility.
A noise in the yard, she would call us, and we would have to go out there. It was ridiculous.
There was a training facility close to her for an agency.
Right.
She used to call all the time because she said they were out there blowing chickens up in bags and shit like
right.
that. Yeah. This woman hated my fucking guts bad. Another story I have with the Cookie Monster is I actually saved this man's life. Literally. Because if not, he'd probably have AIDS right now or something. Or fucking some little illegitimate kid or something. We were on a call. I don't even remember what the fucking call was.
I can tell you exactly where it was. We was on this road right out here.
No, I'm talking about, I don't remember what the call was about.
Right. When we left the call, there was construction on this road right out here where I stopped a while ago to the store. And she was on the sign detail. And we pulled over, and we was talking to the construction workers. She started talking to me, and she was an attractive girl. She was thin. I was like, all right, how you doing? She walked up to me, and she gave me her phone number after a brief conversation. And when we left the road construction, when I got in the car, when I got in the unit, you said, did she give you her number? Yeah, I was like, yes, she did. And I was all right. And you was like, you don't want her number. She's been to jail more than you have and you worked there for 6 months.
Oh, yeah. But why has she been in jail, I told you?
Oh, yeah. You gave me the rundown on her. I was like, what?
This bitch was a crackhead.
Yes.
Yeah, she was a crackhead, and he was trying to get some crack from a crackhead, and I saved his ass on that one. Because I've actually, the girl actually has cleaned up. I have seen her, years ago. she's actually cleaned up now, and she don't do drugs, which is a very good thing. And she's not that little skinny hottie no more since she's not on drugs.
Well, if
now.
you wouldn't have stopped me that day, I tossed
that
that
might
note.
have,
I'd have been
your
around.
wife. Yeah, you could have married. You could spending your money on crack. Pay for the crack. And she could have threw some signs up on you, I'm sure.
It wouldn't have been stop or yield.
This dude, motherfucker. He was trading with me. We go on it was a fucking theft call. We pull up and go over there. Well, I'm letting him, he'd been doing it a while. I was letting Cookie Monster take the lead here. I'm just kind of standing behind him now. You gotta understand, this is fucking around, 2000 or so, when you started still training?
It was 2000.
And I still suffered from diarrhea of the fucking mouth bad at this point. But like I said in another episode, I've so much changed the way I do my, enforce the law and stuff and police. Like I said, I was like my wrath, and I suffered bad diarrhea of the mouth. I was always getting suspended and shit.
Well, let me take over from here. At that point, I was new, and I didn't understand why he was such an ass to people, why he was so arrogant to people, why he said the things he said. It took me a little while to learn. I was like, okay, this is, we take reports over bullshit. We write reports over nothing, and they constantly, why ain't you down in a known drug area? And I almost said the name of the road. Why ain't you in the well-known drug area arresting crack dealers? Because we're here writing this bullshit about some trash in your yard or the dogs pissing in the rose garden.
A lot of that hasn't changed in law enforcement. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. The civilians call, we respond, and, like I said, I'm a different cop than what I used to be. So I understand to them, and most people live in little bubbles now, and live in little bubbles in their own little world, and to them at that point in time, that's the most important thing going on. So,
they have no idea.
I'm different now. Like I said, I was young still back then. Like I said, this is 2000. This is 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was 27 at the time.
No, I was much younger, and I had diarrhea of the mouth. But anyway, I'm gonna use that word again. I digress. I just like saying that now. I feel like I make myself more articulate. But anyway, Cookie Monster was taking a call, and I'm standing back, letting him do it. This woman called about somebody stole a softball bat and her diet pills. And he's doing his little job. He's writing his report. So, she said, I think the baseball bat was like $500 or something like that. I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna fucking pay $500 for a bat. And then she's like, well, my diet pills, and like I said, diarrhea in the mouth. I had no filter at the time, which I think I'd learned since then, but I had no filter. She says, they stole my diet pills. I'm like, well, obviously those wasn't working anyway, because she was a big lady. Okay, she was a hoss, and she just kind of looked up. I don't know how he even kept his composure when I said that shit.
I didn't. I had to look away. I had to make up something. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I was pretty much a way bigger ass back then than I am now. But yeah, but they wasn't fucking working. I mean, obviously, she
I was shocked that she didn't say that she didn't. She just looked at you like she was stunned, but she didn't say anything. Because when you said, well, obviously they wasn't working, I was like, yes, indeed.
They wasn't working.
No, they were not.
Do you know what a pain in the ass is? Yeah. Are you a pain in the ass? Yeah.
Yes, that's me. I was a big pain in the fucking ass. Like I said, I was a whole different cop back then. So you got any other stories or something you want to tell us that I don't know about?
Yeah, I'm going to go back. This is a story you don't know. I'm going to go back to the lady that was a train wreck that had a very known nickname. And
stop wanting to say her name, and I can't say it.
I want to say her
can't
name
say
so
it.
bad.
Don't say it.
Say her name. Her name fit her.
It
anyway.
did, but don't say it.
All right. So I go to this woman's house, and I'm looking for her son because I've got a paper for her son. And she's just a complete and total ass to me. I'm like, this is not even the same woman I came out on a call from a couple of weeks ago. And she was a nice, she was thrown off a little bit, but she was nice and polite.
And to you.
And now she's just a complete ass because I'm looking for her son because I got to serve him this paper. So I find out where he's working. They tell me he's a security guard, and I find out the location where he's posted. So I'll go out there, and it's still in the parish that I'm working in. So I tootle along out there, and I serve him his paper. 2 weeks later, bam, another paper for him. In the meantime, I go back by there, and he gives me this gospel CD of this woman singing. And I slide in a CD player, and my God, I had to pray like 20 times at church that Sunday. I was like, Lord, I am making fun of this lady. I'm about to bend over laughing. It was the most god-awful gospel CD I'd ever heard in my life. She could not sing, but she was trying. She was trying, but she could not sing. I'm like, oh my God, I wonder, does she think this is good? It was horrid. It was absolutely horrible, but she was trying. So I took it out, I put it in my briefcase. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this thing? I'm just going to give it to somebody or something, bless her heart, she's trying. So I go back by our house because I've got the second paper to serve this guy, thinking maybe he was home, maybe I'd catch him over there. And she comes out, and she's just a belligerent ass to me again. So I'm thinking, okay, I can show my ass to her. I can be rude to her, or I can tell her, hey, I know where your son works. I'll just go by there, or I can take the third route. I go snatch the CD out of my briefcase, and I walk up to her and I say, "Is this you? Is this you on the front of the CD singing gospel music?" And the perplexity on her face and her whole body, everything changed. She's like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's me. Where did you get that from?" I said, "Your son gave it to me when I served him the first paper." And he was polite, by the way. And her whole demeanor changed. She was kissing my butt. "I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been like that to you. I'm a Christian lady." I said, "I believe you." And I didn't want to tell her, "You can't sing. Stop singing." But
Well, it might have worked, though. You said it was a Christian CD?
it was.
It might have been working because you were thinking Jesus when that shit was over with, wasn't you?
I didn't know what to do with this lady.
Well, did you thank Jesus when it was over?
I said, "Thank you, Lord." when
So,
I
yeah,
drove
it
off.
fucking worked then.
But
It
she
made you
took the
pray.
paper from me. The second time she took the paper. When I showed her the CD of her, I'm like, "See, it was you, right?"
I say the Christian CD worked because you were thanking Jesus when it was over, so you didn't have to listen to them or something.
Oh my God! I never had to serve him a paper again. And he wasn't rude, and he wasn't, but she was.
No,
But she was something else.
She was more than something else.
Yes.
Like I said, I have a lot of upcoming stories about her. Cookie Monster has been.
I should have told her you trained me. She would have started cussing again.
She would have kicked you out of her yard. She'd actually, I'm serious, this woman, when she called, she would specifically say, "Do not send the ICEMAN to my house." Said any other deputy,
Yes.
not him.
And she would have known you trained me. Oh yeah, she
I
hated me too.
have a story in the future coming up where this woman should have thanked me, and unfortunately I can't have the person that was with me on this call, but if he could be here, he'd tell you I was not lying. I had physically saved this woman's life, and stay tuned for the upcoming stories on it. You'll be like, he's fucking lying, but no, it is actually the truth. You got any other interesting things?
Yeah, I
you
do.
wanna tell
About
me?
you.
Oh no, not about me. I'm fucking awesome.
They can say what they want about you. I've met people in that parish that loved you and hated you. They had different opinions of you, but I didn't care.
That's how I am. I'm the type of motherfucker you either gonna like me,
Right.
or you gonna hate me.
I know how you treated me. I know how you trained me. The things you showed me. The things you said about me to my supervisor. Nothing ever negative. You said he's learning. He's new. He's got to be taught these things. He's going to make mistakes. And you said these other deputies just use him to write reports
Well, you do have
And-
people out there. Well,
and they say 15 things that he's done wrong. And you told my supervisor, you don't need to know all the things he's doing wrong because he's going to make mistakes. He's new. So I'm going to show him things, and he's going to learn, and he's going to be, just leave him with me and this other cat, and he's going to be all right. So I watched you on a call deal with a juvenile, a teenage boy. And they can say what they want about you. I was watching you deal with this kid, and I was very impressed the way you handled him. And then about a month to maybe 6 weeks later, I drive up over there on a whole unrelated circumstance, and I seen you over there talking to the kid, trying to encourage him to do right, to stay on the right path, to do good. And you didn't have to do that. It was none of your concern. You was done. You didn't have any file number to be over there. No calls, no complaint. But you dropped by on your own personal recognizance just to check on the kid and encourage him to do the right thing. And you didn't know it, but I was so impressed. I'm like, look at this son of a bitch. He's a big softy.
don't be telling shit like that. I forgot about those stories. I've done that several times with other people. I mean, just because, you've done, sometimes when the report's done and turned in and approved, don't mean the call's always
It's not
over.
over. That's right.
Sometimes you can go back and, if you can make a difference in one person's life in your whole career, to me, you accomplish something. So that's when
The Iceman cometh.
that's right. 'Cause I'm a bad motherfucker.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I am. No, I lost my train of thought there. Blah, 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 blah. Tell me something else you want to tell me. Come on. You did a lot of stupid shit, because I know. So
I was 2 years loving it, like I told your wife a while ago, and 8 years trying to get out of it. The affairs, functions, details, court on your days off, constant training. I was like, Jesus Christ, you were married to this job, and this is not what I signed up for. And the constant complaints about you, and you got to go on the red carpet and answer these questions. And they're like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? And I'm thinking, did you read these fucking reports that I write and turn in? Do you read this stuff? And why don't you throw this guy on the ground? Well, he fucking molested a kid. That's why. He's a piece of shit. So I battled. It was a love-hate relationship for a while, and the money you make is not huge. So I got out of it. But I learned a lot.
yeah, it takes a toll on you. It can
Ooh,
take a toll on your marriages, your family life. You miss
Right.
out on holidays.
Right.
That's just, So if anybody's thinking about getting into it, you better think
You
about
better be a reserve for a
sacrifices.
couple of years and look at the bigger picture. Be a reserve. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they.
But see, you've been out for a while. I'm going to explain this to you. Reserve is not like, a lot of it's not like it used to. You actually, some of the places you got to go through a reserve academy, like some kind of post, I think now.
That's better.
And
They stuck me out there. I didn't know even. I
because
didn't
of
even
all
know what I was doing.
the new stuff, and all the crap that's going on. But so it's a whole
But the
different
shit they
story
make you
now.
wear nowadays, the vest and the camera and the this and the that, motherfuck.
I think it's funny though. Cameras kind of, the people that were screaming about the body cameras are kind of backfiring in their face because now it's showing, the cops aren't doing as bad as all the shit they were doing, and it's the bad motherfuckers still doing the bad shit. So, like I said,
Used to, when a police officer stepped in the courtroom, what he said, that was it. That was a wrap. You didn't need a video to back him up.
nobody respects the
No.
have any respect. Really, a lot of people. I don't even say respect for the badge. People don't have respect for other people anymore. Is the problem?
No.
Everybody lives in their own little world.
This world has changed drastically in the past 20 years. It really
Yeah, I
has.
can't say it's for the better.
No.
I'm gonna hit you with this. I read a news article earlier. It made me think about you because the Cookie Monster is single, by the way, and it was a news article that made me think about. It was about Tinder,
Oh, Lord.
and I've never been on Tinder. That was before my time, but I know you're single, and you probably, I don't know if you're on Tinder, but I'm sure you tried to
It's a
swipe
joke.
right or swipe left. I heard it was a big hookup
It's
site.
a freaking
But
joke.
Tinder is saying you have to do social distancing on the hookup site, and so unless you have a 6-foot dick, you're not getting laid from Tinder
Yeah.
right now.
You ain't kidding.
So You may, I don't know, I'll doubt you have a 6-foot dick. So
I don't even have a 6-inch dick. I mean, if we want to get technical.
We'll call it the Little Smoky.
Yeah.
Throw some barbecue sauce on it.
That's right.
All right, I do have an in the news story thing like I always do. Let me see if I can get this right here. I think this guy's name was Spencer Allen. He was in Spencer Allen, Boston, a 20-year-old. He was in court in Lebanon, Tennessee on a simple possession of marijuana charge in court. The judge calls him up to the bench because they're going to discuss, a plea deal or something with him. Well, as he's going up to the bench, at the bench with the judge, he decides that he's going to I'm saying free willy, but it's not like he pulls his dick out. He didn't pull his dick out. He pulls out a fucking marijuana cigarette, lights it.
In the courtroom?
In the courtroom, at the judge's bench. Starts smoking weed right there in front of the courtroom.
Is this in this country?
No, yeah, Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay.
And, well, of course, he got rearrested for
Who arrested him, the bailiff?
Yeah, I mean, he fucking lit some weed up. I don't think weed's legal in Tennessee.
No.
They charged him with disorderly conduct and simple possession of weed again.
Oh, wow.
In court.
He is my hero.
Don't smoke weed in non-weed legal states. And, personally, even if weed was legal there, I don't think you can just light up in the courtroom.
No, I don't think you can. He's my hero. He's my new hero. What's this guy's name?
Spencer Allen, Boston.
He is my new hero.
You got some low standards. Now, I've been around a long time. I can tell y'all, when I first started in law enforcement, I remember going to court and a judge sitting on the bench smoking a cigarette.
Oh, wow.
They had ashtrays in the lobby of the courthouse.
Dude, when
I'm
was
telling
that?
I was, and I started my, stuff at 93. It was reserve.
Damn.
So in 93, they were still smoking indoor. Like I said, they had a judge, he would smoke cigarette on the bench. Of course, I remember when I was a little kid, my mom walking around Winn-Dixie smoking a cigarette inside the grocery store. You can't even smoke in a damn casino or bar in some places anymore, which is, hell, that's where all you smokers are. Gambling, and drinking, and smoking. You can't do that no more. You can gamble and drink, but you can't fucking smoke. They're telling me they trying to fuck. I vape now. They trying to fuck with the vaping shit too. Leave us the fuck alone. They're like, they want to change it to tobacco and fucking menthol flavor. Motherfuckers, that's why I stopped smoking cigarettes. Tobacco flavor's nasty. You know what? I'm almost 50 years old, and I like fruity cotton candy flavored vape. It's delicious. Almost as delicious as my old smoky Tennessee salted caramel whiskey.
I don't know what he was fixing to say there.
Delicious. Oh, yeah, it's delicious. Some people think, I've had some comments from people say, oh, you shouldn't have said some certain things on something. But most of the shit I say, like I said, it's my opinion. It's to be funny. And if you don't like it, turn it off ahead of time. That's what the warning's for. So give me another funny story.
From me?
From you.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I could be involved in it and just don't remember it. I'm fucking old and been doing it so long, I don't remember everything.
Right. My mindset is not a police officer anymore. What I do now is completely opposite of what I was doing. It was a love-hate aspect for a while, but there are certain things about the job that I did love.
I said funny. I ain't trying to be serious. Stop you staring it's on me. I'm going to tell them how you drive a white van around with ice cream music playing in it. Stop it. I'm joking. He's not a Chester.
No.
But that was just...
No,
I wish I had a thing with fucking ice cream music on here. I'd turn it on.
We're going to have to get one. I may have been a womanizer back in the 2000s, but no, young girls are not my thing.
Back in the 2000s?
Yeah, well...
That's when you were a womanizer?
It was more predominant. They loved that uniform.
Yeah, well...
Bless their heart.
So what are you doing in 2020 then?
They don't like me now.
Because you're fucking old. You want to date.
Yeah, because women in their 30s, I was telling your wife earlier, they want a younger man. a black man or another woman. And if they want an older guy, he's got to be loaded, and I'm not loaded. I don't work for Exxon. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. So
You ain't got no hair.
no,
Bald.
I'm Kojak.
I just got this picture of him fucking sucking on a lollipop, and it wasn't a very good image. With a penis-shaped fucking sucker. Think that would help? Hey, baby, you want to go on a date with Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
He's calling me Cookie Monster, but I'm actually a Nookie Monster. So.
No, he tries to be a Nookie Monster.
Yeah.
He's beating on his own drum movie. he's beating on something.
Yeah.
It's a drum.
Nowadays, yeah. I'm beating the hell out of it nowadays.
All right, we're going to take a short commercial break here, and we'll be right back.
Stand by.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you standing by? A very important message is coming. Are you still standing by?
We interrupt for this breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There's a podcast that happens on Saturday night that you need to know about. All right, can I get out of serious mode? Let's go to goofy. Okay. Make sure to listen to Louisiana Saturday Night. Robert and April are your hosts, and they talk a lot about current events. And occasionally they'll have a guest and include them on the conversation. It's raw, it's blunt, and explicit. Well, if there is one thing I know, and that is I like dirty. Anyway. It's for anyone who wants to have fun and not take life so seriously. And God knows we need that these days. Robert and April on Louisiana Saturday Night. Check them out at louisianasaturdaynight.podbean.com.
We're back from the break. During the break, the Cookie Monster. Yeah. It's nothing against him, but I can't help myself. I've been fucking with this dude for so long. The poor Cookie Monster got fucking. He had supposed to have a date tonight with some girl. Yeah, she fucking just like ghosted his ass on text.
Boy, did she.
He thought he was all excited and shit now. Yep. Glad you didn't take that Viagra earlier or whatever the fuck you gotta take nowadays. You're getting fucking old too. Yeah, that'd have been a waste. Them motherfuckers like $8 a pill or some shit.
I'm so fucking aggravated.
Swipe right, motherfucker. No, you can't do that. You have a 6-foot dick right now. Swipe right.
Fucking killing me.
I'm gonna go on to my rant.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
My rant today is, I thought we were still under a fucking stay-at-home order. I'm trying to pull out of a parking lot at a store onto a state highway. It takes me 10 fucking minutes at least to pull out the goddamn store because of the fucking traffic. Like, the zombie apocalypse is not going on? It's over? Did I miss the fucking memo? 10 minutes, I'm not exaggerating. I say everybody's fucking spaced out perfect. I'm like, look at this motherfucking shit. I missed the goddamn memo somewhere, so if I missed it, please send it to me, or you motherfuckers just go back home. And everybody's getting bored about it. Remember, I tell a story in another episode, and remember Johannesburg, Africa. Them motherfuckers lock your ass up in jail. Nope, motherfucker, I can't even pull out the goddamn store. Fucking pisses me off. Of course, y'all know I got rants and get pissed off easily. My little safety tip I try to do, the civilian riders. Now, it's up to you. You can do what the fuck you want. Personally, when I ride, especially my personal bike, with my wife or whoever's riding with me, most all the time it's my wife, of course. I'm talking about I have, grandkids and kids and stuff. Don't get the wrong fucking idea. You're gonna dress properly. You're not gonna wear no fucking tank tops. You're not gonna wear no spaghetti tops. They look nice with your ladies with your tits hanging out. We all want to see your cleavage. Trust me. Your titties are beautiful. perky, saggy, small, it don't matter, okay? We like them. We get the point. Don't ride it on a bike. I'll make my wife wear, at least she's going to wear a t-shirt. She's going to wear blue jeans. I don't care if it's 110 degrees. I said she's going to wear blue jeans. She's going to have boots on. And I'll make her, I talked about it earlier, she's going to wear her gloves. I see people all the time, passengers and operators, driving down the road with fucking shorts on or fucking tank tops and all. Look, people, it feels good with that wind rushing on you. It's not going to feel too good if you happen to have to lay that bike down and you slide across that pavement and you don't have no material in between you and that pavement and blacktop, and that skin's eating off of you. Worked a crash one time. The guy didn't have it as bad. The girl on the back of it had little short shorts on, her little top on and stuff. Well, she was laying in the back of the ambulance screaming her brains out because all this meat was missing off all her legs as she went sliding down the road. If you want to ride, try to do it safely. Wear the proper gear, the proper pants, the proper boots, stuff like that. You may not be as more comfortable, it may be real hot, but trust me, in the long run, if something bad happened, you're going to be glad you had it on. So that's going to be my little safety tip for today. Little sneak peek, I spoke to a person today. We'll just use the initials for him. It's going to be MM. He is a survivor in my book. He was wounded in the line of duty and had to retire because of it. I spoke to him. He did agree to come on, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot more serious episode than more of my just stupid shit I like to talk about. But I think, he has a story that needs to be out there, and dude's a true hero. So that's going to be in the future. Poor Cookie Monster's over here. I think he's, is that a tear I see?
That's my first cousin he's talking about.
Yeah, but I think he's crying because he got
I'm crying because I got stood
he
up.
got ghosted. Yeah, he got ghosted. If y'all hear this bumping noise the whole time, I hope that was him over there hitting his hands on the table on top of it and not underneath it.
Yeah, I didn't know I was getting stood up at the time.
He was so excited to see me he couldn't help himself. Like I said, I'm a pretty badass motherfucker in my own book anyway. Hey, I can toot my own fucking horn, right? Anyway, if I'm not gonna drag it out on y'all. If y'all know any motor cops, past, present, anybody in the future that wants to be a motor cop, first responders, EMTs, firemen, you want to come on and tell a story, hit us up on Facebook, send us emails, MotorCop Chronicles Podcast on Facebook, MotorCop Chronicles at gmail.com. Send us a hit. We want to hear from you. And please go give us a 5-star rating, write us a review. We appreciate it. And always remember, the Iceman could be behind you.